Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are going to be doing a message here. This is going to be for a specific group of people in the collective. So if you do feel drawn to the title, to the thumbnail, or what I'm going to say here in the beginning part of the reading, then it could be for you. So just take what's going to resonate and just take what's going to fit with you. So when I was tapping in here to the message, the first thing I heard was, you are favored. And I heard, it's in your essence. And then we have the trophy, the temperance card, the 7 of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the High Priestess. And what I'm really getting with this is, I feel like this is going to be for a group of people who identify as being a High Priestess. There's a feeling here coming through of, and this is also here too, soul star activation. There's a powerful message coming up to where, in a lot of ways, what's currently happening here for you, if this is for you, is it feels like there's a lot coming into balance in your life, but I feel like it's because of something that you have accomplished within yourself, something that you emanate within yourself that has almost led you to these opening of doors which allow you to be victorious here with this trophy. And I'm getting a few different specific things. When I shuffled here too, we do have third person at the bottom, and that may not be for everyone, and you can apply it to love, to other things. I mean, I think for most of you, if that's for you, that part of it would be about love. It's almost like there's something that has, how to put this, it's almost like there's something that has released on a karmic level connected to somebody else. So maybe, for example, somebody that you have been connected to. A lot of the people that I pick up on the channel, a lot of you maybe are on like the twin flame path, the twin flame journey. But don't focus too much on the labels. It's just, if you feel yourself to be an evolved soul on this path, it's like you've done the work on yourself. You are committed to your spiritual growth. And this is kind of what has allowed the tables to turn, and possibly for some of you, a third party dynamic. But the thing is with this is, it's not about you coming from a space of, it's not about like winning in that kind of way, in like an egoic way. This feels like it's for, with the High Priestess, it's something that you've been able to cultivate within yourself. So again, you likely are somebody who may be a spiritual healer. You have a very bright light about you. And it's like you've stepped into that power, which has then allowed for there to be victory in your life and in any kind of unjust situation. So whether it's because of a third party or somebody else is kind of realizing your light. And again, this reading feels like it could be highly spiritual too. So this could be taking place on more of like a spiritual level. We'll get more into it and see. But with this card being here too, it says, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. So definitely, if this aligns with you, you have been able to remember who you are. It's like your soul is understanding more of this. And because of this, it's allowing for a lot of people and situations to understand who you are to them, and to also gravitate towards you. So it's like you've really, truly stepped into your power. And again, with the first message I heard with the trophy, that it's in your favor, or you are highly favored. Again, this is not in a way to where you've been seeking this out to compete or to like win over somebody. This has been like a gradual process that you've stepped into your power. So naturally, as you've accomplished that kind of title or this level of within yourself, this is why many things are going to start to gravitate towards you, that you will have a lot of winning, it's like your winning era, that you're entering into, in many ways. Okay. So if this kind of sounds like you, let's go a bit deeper into the message and see what more Spirit wants to say. Yeah, and they want to say too, it's your essence. Again, so they want to really reiterate this because it's, this is specific for a group of people. Again, this is not for you if you're in like a lower vibration, or if you feel maybe that you're filled with a lot of anger, or you are, trying to grasp on or latch on to something in order for you to just be in the winning position. This is more of like, it's naturally who you are. And again, for those of you who this might be like a love triangle situation, maybe if most likely like a very high level soul connection that you've either been involved with recently or just someone on your path that you have that connection with, you are almost like a guiding light right now to this person because of your essence, because of your light, and because you are here to be a healer and to be a guide. And so that's helped to sort of flip the tables around in that situation. But I'm also getting it's in a more like just general sense too, that whatever it is that you may be, you know, could even be like a job situation, if this resonates with you, if there is any competition, it's like you are the one favored right now. You are the one who is in the, you know, it's like it's your reward. It's like a justice feeling again is coming up. So you definitely are going to be the one that's going to get kind of the title, the position, the job, the abundance, possibly the person, or this could be a bit more complex where, you know, you are about to receive something very good in your life in terms of love that is now sort of like owed to you in a sense, or like meant to be a part of your life, because again, you are favored in this dynamic. So, and I kept getting that message too of like people understanding who you are. So whether or not they are fully consciously understanding that, there's a lot of people, maybe, you know, it could be people from your past, it could be people who, that you have soul contracts with. There's like there's something in that area or something rearranging with that to where people are understanding who you are at a soul level because it's you that's understood that about yourself. So it's like other people can't see us that way until we see ourselves that way. And that's why this Temperance card is here, because you have seen yourself that way. And that's why this message is directed towards those of you who have really done that work on yourself and you feel you're right now in a peaceful healing. Maybe you are healing from something, but you feel at ease with yourself. You feel like you know your worth. You feel like you have, you know, maybe been activating a lot of your soul's gifts and remembrance of who you are. So let's see if this is for you. What else, Spirit, would you like to say? Yeah, and they want to point out too that part of the reason for this is because you are no longer attached to something. And I feel like that can be a little bit of a complex message here, because they're showing me like ropes tangled together when I'm looking at that trophy. But the ropes that have been attached to you are not keeping you back from your trophy, if that makes sense. So this could be, again, with the third person at the bottom, it may not be the message for everyone, but there could be something involving like a karmic connection that either you have just detached from, or you are attached to somebody who has a third party connection. And this whole thing feels like there are dissolving and sort of releasing of those situations in order for you to be the one to get the trophy. I don't know how else to put it. Tell us a bit more, Spirit, about this message. For whoever this is for, I just heard a V name, V Veronica. Tell us a bit more about this message here today. For someone specific, I'm not sure why this is coming up, but there could be something about a travel opportunity. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. Tell us a bit more about this message here today. The Seven of Swords. Wow. Okay, so for some of you, I just heard keep your light about you. So this is kind of why this is coming up. We'll get more into it, but for some of you, this might be that there's something with this third person here, because beneath that, we have this mice here too. So maybe there's somebody attached to you who's going through something very heavy right now. Again, this feels like it's mixed up somehow with you. But if you can apply it to just something that you're going through, so maybe you're the one who is releasing yourself from maybe a karmic relationship or someone from your past, or just someone recently that you were, you know, involved with. And it's like Spirit saying, this is why it's in the middle. And this is also why it's the Temperance, because I'm hearing keep your light about you. So it's because of all the work that you've done on yourself. You're supposed to be in the position of keeping yourself grounded, but also keeping your light grounded, because this is more of a meaningful message than just the simplicity of sort of the it's not so like 3D based. There's a 5D element to this as well, to where it's because of your light, and that's the reason that you are who you are. So you are here to really guide others, to guide the situation even, to kind of be an example. But yeah, so if you do find yourself though dealing with somebody who is either tugging on your energy in not a good way, or if you are aware that there's somebody around you who's causing distress for you, causing you to feel stressed, anxious, worried, all of these things, and this is saying to pull back your energy and keep your light about you, I keep hearing. So whatever that's going to kind of feel like for you, keep your light about you. And they want to point this out too. When I shuffled this deck, we have this card at the bottom, getting nowhere. You may need to adjust the lens of your life, change your mindset, and then change your lifestyle. You can still turn things around. And I feel like the reason that they want to bring this up here is because, again, for some of you, there's something specific coming up to where you feel yourself to be involved in something that is right now feeling a bit out of control, or you feel the energy shifting. Again, it's like there's a lower energy involved in this, or you're aware that somebody's experiencing that. Or if you're not aware of it, this is just confirming what's maybe going on in the background for you, if this is for you. And that's kind of where there's a lot of like reevaluations right now happening with the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like let me see. Let me get a little bit more here. Tell me a bit more, Spirit, about this message, please. The Hermit is here. Again, there's a stillness coming up. It's like I can feel this energy, but I'm struggling to explain it. It's like there's something here about, I keep being shown this, like draw the light within and keep the light within, because it's not that you maybe are getting nowhere right now. It's just more of like the experience of something that's happening. So even if you're not feeling that you're totally lost in your life, it's more of something where, how can I explain that here, Spirit, in a way that makes sense? Okay, yeah, I'm hearing things are still up in the air. So they want you to know that something right now is still up in the air. And again, for some of you, it's specifically related to something it's going to be different for everyone. It's just something that like is causing complication in the background, or is needing to be worked out without you interfering in it or concerning yourself with the details of how that situation will work itself out, you know? So for example, like if it is somebody that you've detached from, or like an ending or breakup, there's maybe this feeling of Spirit saying that the energy of that situation or the outcome of that is still kind of up in the air. However, you are kind of favored for this trophy because of your light, and because you are in the position, spiritually speaking, where you have activated your highest potential, so you really don't have anything to worry about. I'm also hearing the word outgrowing, so there could even be things that you are outgrowing, and that's a part of it too, to where these things will have to kind of settle themselves. But with this star at the top here too, it gives me the same feeling as that trophy. Like you are, and I'm getting a ringing in my ears. So yeah, it's a confirmation that you stepped into a higher frequency, and you are in the kind of, I keep getting this like winning era or winning season. But maybe some of you feel that you're needing to like adjust your sails, or needing to let this kind of play out in a way that feels maybe a bit mysterious, or you don't fully understand it. And the other example for that could be that if you are connecting to someone that you have a soul contract with, a higher level soul contract that you've been maybe feeling something happening on their end with, it's the same thing here, that situation is still up in the air. So the only thing for you to kind of do right now is to be this temperance and be this light, because involving yourself or lowering your vibration to try to sort that out, or try to put yourself into somebody else's situation, or even try to make that work or something like that, is not going to serve the situation right now. It's going to kind of unfold how it will, okay? Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I'm hearing you are heading there, but they're almost showing in a way to like you are heading towards your bigger security. You are heading in the right direction. So with this getting nowhere, it's like you are heading there. Let me get a little bit though. Let me see a bit more. Let me pull from this deck here. Tell me a bit more, Spirit, about this. What else would you like to say for whoever this message is for? For someone specific, I'm also being told that you may want to even keep silent right now, or there is silence, because it's kind of how I feel the energy to be too. Like there's almost more that could be said, but we're either not ready to say it, or we're supposed to kind of be, it's supposed to be a bit quiet right now. So if that's something specific for you, maybe this is not a good time to take any bold action towards saying something to somebody, or even if this situation is, maybe somebody is in your life or will be in your life that could cause some stress for you, or say some hurtful things, or whatever this conflict is with the swords. The best thing for you to do maybe right now is to just be silent. Because again, they want someone to know, and this kind of came up for the pick a card reading I just did too in one of the piles. They want someone to know that regardless of what's going to happen here, it's going to be okay. Like there's something that they're saying, that there's things that are being rearranged, and you are getting there to the Nine of Cups. And actually the Ten of Cups is here at the bottom. So yeah, it's like your Ten of Cups is coming more in view. And they want to point out these swans here, because again, for a lot of you watching this, you're activating your highest potential here, and you have a very high vibration. So it's like you're possibly coming together too with somebody that is going to also kind of is going to be your Ten of Cups. Yeah, I'm hearing you can't lose either way. Yeah, so I don't know what this is going to mean for everyone, but you can't lose right now. That's the first thing I heard with the trophy, that you are favored. So if you could take anything away from this message, whatever your situation is, you are favored. And again, you've been feeling this because you can kind of sense that you are okay, or you can sense that the direction that you're taking right now is the right one, or you know that something's being balanced. So it's kind of like whatever, it's kind of like a feeling too, like what's going to happen is going to happen. So that's why you can't do anything either way, because it's going in your favor either way, but you can't do anything to change it right now. It's kind of like that. Yeah, justice. So definitely lots of this justice energy. Tell us a bit more, Spirit, about this message. For someone, there might be a person who needs to speak with you. Wow, okay, so all these cards flew out. There could be someone who needs to speak with you, and that could be a part of it too. That with the Page of Cups reversed, that could be picking up on even somebody else being in this Hermit too. I don't know exactly the situation here for everyone, but there's something about that coming up as well, to where yeah, again, it's like it's how to explain, it's such a weird energy to explain. It's like I want to say that it's like you're going here, but then I get kind of pulled back into this spinning feeling of like not yet, or not right now. So maybe there's just something that is unfolding that you need to be aware of. And again, while this situation unfolds, while this person maybe has the courage to approach you, whoever they might be, again, the Temperance is kind of like where things are balancing, and all that you can do is be in that space, okay? Yeah, we have the World. We do have the Man here. We have the Raccoon. We have the Child. We have the Death card and the Fool. Yeah, so yeah, I'm getting for some of you, specifically, not for everyone, we're going to be on different timelines, but there could be something here like maybe like a couple months to 6 months or something. There might be a big change at that point, because definitely with the death card being here too, you know, definitely there's a new experience happening. There's a new beginning coming in. And with the world too. I mean, the world, the death card, the fool, there's a big cycle. And I think this has been coming up too in the readings that I've been doing recently. So it's kind of a straightforward message in a way that I think that's just what you need to hear if this is for you, to just be assured that you are on this path of this big breakthrough, this new beginning that you may, I feel like this probably involves love for a lot of you. But the confirmation that you need here is to remain in the temperance energy and to know that steps are being taken. Yeah, I do feel a strong sense that for some of you, this man here is that Page of Cups. There could be someone who does need to speak their truth to you or say something to you, or it could be maybe somebody new that's about to enter your life. But it's like we're having to be in that winds of change first. We have to kind of be in that compass, getting nowhere energy. I still can't distinguish what that is for everyone, that getting nowhere feeling, because it may not be that you are just feeling like you're getting nowhere, but it's just, let me see what this message is about. The message that I heard in the beginning about the trophy here, the first thing that came up, Spirit, about you are highly favored, or you are favored. Can you tell us about that, Queen of Cups? What do you mean by that? What does the viewer need to know about you are favored, about this message here? The Hierophant. Yeah, normally I don't, well, I guess in this case I'm seeing the Hierophant with this book that this man's holding here, as this is actually here at the bottom. And this card here does say as well, fulfilling soul contracts, and we have sacred contract. You have a sacred contract with the universe. Trust that there's a divine order behind everything. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Again, if you could take anything away from this, and if this resonates with you in any way, there's something with this book here that's, it's almost like that knowledge in that book is like you have that knowledge, but in some way it's still kind of like the scroll is still unraveling, or we're needing to kind of open the scroll to see what is in that scroll, like what's kind of next. And this feels like a very, again, highly spiritual experience, and for a highly spiritual group of people who are aware of what this is and what this is talking about for you, because you have, with the Queen of Cups here again too, you are very deeply connected to your intuition and to spirit. And I will read that card at the end, they want me to say as well. And so this is something that you should know. You probably do already know, or maybe sometimes you just need a reminder that nothing can kind of go wrong in the plan right now. And since we have this specific situation here, that could be what it's about for some of you. But you can apply it again to anything else. Maybe it's a position at work. Maybe it's something that you're striving to, you know, really step into your mission here, or something of a higher level that you are seeking in your career. It's like you are chosen for that, or you are favored for that. And again, it's not because you're better or anything like that. It's because you have this sacred contract with spirit, and because that's just how it is. It's just something that you've, you know, been able to find, and you've been able to, it does feel like this is kind of for like an exclusive group of people. Yeah, I'm hearing trust the mystery. So yeah, again, they just really want someone here. There's not much more to say. I'll pull just a few more, but they want you to trust the mystery. They want you to really trust the mystery, because it seems like with the Judgment card being here too, another major card coming through. There's a lot of major shifts and changes happening. And again, I'm getting like maybe 2 to like 6 to 8 months or something. think yeah, Spirit showed me a vision of, I'm hearing let go. And then I just saw like a spirit or the essence of like God reaching out the hand. I'm hearing like take the hand of God or something. So yeah, this feels like a deep surrendering process of just really going with this higher power, this higher knowledge, and this higher understanding that you have and that you're accessing. And if you haven't yet, I think it'll become more clear to you where exactly this path is for you and how I just keep getting it's like it's going to go in your favor. So whatever this is, it's going to go in your favor. Things are not happening for no reason right now. Things are not happening to take you away from your desires or to derail your life or anything. It's happening for you, and this is exactly the plan that was supposed to kind of unfold. So if something feels kind of like it's concerning to you or worrying you, or maybe it is something for some of you that's kind of like a difficult thing or a difficult ending, this feels like, there's many changes here with these major cards. So it's going to be different for everyone. It could be an ending of a relationship that you've been through. It might be something painful that you've gone through, a loss of some sort. It could be that something in the future is going to be revealed to you. It might be that this is some sort of divine detour into maybe a different direction, and it might feel initially, for some of you, a bit confusing, or you're a little bit in that compass energy of like, what does this mean for me next? Why is this happening now? Something like that, of like, just trust. So let's just get any final messages here. Is there anything else, Spirit, that you'd like to say for the viewers that they need to know? Anything else that you would like to say? I'm seeing a wolf here. We have manifestation, number 10. We have breaking free. And at the bottom, we have inspiration. Yeah, look at that, healing hands. So I do feel like for some of you that kind of came up briefly in the beginning too, and I think it's connected to this, that some of you, there's something about your healing, something that maybe you have even helped to heal somebody, even if you don't know this, or it's something that it's like you are, yes, it could be a message just for some of you too, that you're about to step into your path and your mission of maybe being a healer. But there's something much deeper with this inspiration. Like I said in the beginning, you hold such a deep sacred energy within yourself that you've been able to tap into. So you have so much to share. You have so much wisdom, so much inspiration, so much knowledge, so much light, that you're supposed to be here to share. And that's kind of where I feel this is why you're in that position of the trophy, they keep wanting to say. And it's also why things will go in your favor, because that's just how it is. That's how it's coming through. Like, you are someone that holds that position spiritually, and you've gotten to that point within yourself. And I think since this third party situation came up, that's kind of where I'm also getting that message again, to where there's something about that where maybe you are even serving as a guide to that person. You're inspiring them to change. You could be inspiring them on a soul level to break free from things right now. I'm hearing let it surprise you again, or let it shock you. Something like that I just heard. Yeah, and I'm also being told too that this particular point, that could be like the underlying or the undertone of this reading, is that you don't have to control anything anymore. with the Judgment. There's something that you've been able to, however that is, I don't know, but somehow you've been able to either achieve that or to get to this point of the Temperance where you're no longer in the space, or you should no longer be in the space of trying to control an outcome or trying to control something, because you don't have to. There's no reason to control something that is already in control for you, if that makes sense. Or it's something that it just feels like we can kind of relax into the knowing that we don't have to do anything now, or we don't have to seek something out. That's why you're in this winning trophy, because you've already accomplished it. For some of you, this could even be that you've already mastered something. So again, this is kind of complex. I don't know how to word this, but it's something like you've already mastered some lesson here of this. For a lot of you, there's a love situation involved too. So when you've gotten to that point, you don't need to do any more with that, because you've already won at it. And the way Spirit will kind of show you or reward you for that win might look different for everyone, but it's definitely here. Like you've been able to break free from that with this number 5 here too, the Inspiration card. So that's why I was getting for some specifically, if it is this like third party situation going on, or someone that maybe even has been receiving their karma, you're not in that space. Like you're not in that same karma. So you've risen to the challenge and you have accomplished it. And there's a divine order to this now. So it can be boundaries too, like letting that unfold and not kind of allowing yourself to, especially for this particular message, this might be for that group of you in the boat of dealing with the high level soul connection or twin flame connection. You have done your work, like you've done your side of it. And the other person could be receiving the opposite of that right now and needing to kind of reach the level of you here now too. So whether they do that or not, that could be where there's the message here of all you can do at this point is be in this Temperance, because you've worked hard to get there and you are helping to be that guide spiritually for that person too. And they are seeing you in a different light. And for some, that could be that they do need to act on that. They do need to express now that they do see you in that light. But that's going to kind of depend where that person is and how they're going to be able to do that. But there's definitely like a tables have turned feeling here in this message. So I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to pull one final card, and then I'm going to read this card at the end here. Is there any final message here for the viewers and what they need to know about this? I don't know why, but Spirit showed me something about like a lunch break. Maybe some of you are watching this on a lunch break, but they're almost showing in a way of like, enjoy your lunch break. I just heard, but again, I think this is there's more to that message than just enjoying lunch. It's like something of like, enjoy your life now or something, or enjoy the times that you have. You don't have to force anything. It's like, I don't know, there's a flow here. There's a feeling of let it flow, maybe even relax. Try not to think too much about things right now because you've already achieved it. It's like if you were to see from a bird's eye view where you sit now spiritually with this, you wouldn't even think about this anymore, or you wouldn't involve yourself with the lower vibration of trying to discern or understand what's going on, because you've already accomplished that. You already have that book in your hand, so you already have the knowledge. And so maybe it's just your human kind of self is catching up to the fact that you already have that, you know. Yeah, some of you definitely need to maybe silence the noise here, maybe calm down, calm your energy, soothe yourself, meditate, because you're already winning. final message here for the viewer. Yeah, exactly. We have all is flowing. So you are exactly where you are supposed to be. If you don't feel good in your current circumstances, it's only to show you contrast, which will allow you to move towards what does feel good. Yeah. And that could be a message too with the temperance, you know, kind of like the contrast of the temperance. Some of you, take this how this will be intuitively for you, because it's something that, you know, maybe there are certain things which are a bit, there's a polarizing energy right now in order to show you maybe like, I don't know, show you how far you have come. Yeah, and I do think, again, this is a love, it says here, someone will enter your life to challenge you to grow and awaken your soul. Keep your heart open. And I think this is going to be left very open up in the air, because it's going to depend who that is. For some of you, this could be a counterpart connection. It could be someone that does need to speak with you. It could be someone who's experiencing this third situation and needs to, it's various things. It could be come back around to say something, and then there's also somebody else, or it could be another like soulmate coming in. This could also be that you are supposed to be meeting, you know, that's been coming up to you recently, like your soul family, your soul tribe, you know, with this healing hands here too. We have don't settle. Don't accept your current circumstances as the best that you'll ever have. Don't be afraid to start over. The unseen. Things are not always as they appear. Be thorough and keep your eyes open. There's something that you're not seeing. And again, that's what this is here. And the best way that I can put it to kind of be like a general message with that is that there's something that you're not seeing in the fact that this is you're already at your trophy. That's what they just keep wanting to refer to. So whether this is you settling for less in your life right now and needing to see like how accessible this trophy is to you actually, or if it's about settling for your perception or kind of where you think things are going wrong. Is there something that you need to kind of just surrender and flow to? Because there's a lot of unseen work here. And that's what came up in the very beginning of the main message is how far you've come, and how much you've risen to this point within yourself to be proud of that. Okay, so I'm going to read this card. So it says here, the soul star chakra is the energy center that is found around 6 to 12 inches above the crown and connects us directly with soul wisdom. It is our gateway to the etheric realms, which hold all the lessons of all the incarnations that we have experienced. Through our soul star, we access information and wisdom like a computer connecting to the internet through broadband. Instead of having to move through the dimensions to access the information, we can remain connected at all times and download support as necessary. Your message. Here's what the meaning is of the card for you. Through your previous journeys, you have learned much about the inner workings of your soul and about the cycles of karma. Before this incarnation, you set a powerful intention to remember your divine origins. At this point, you are in a powerful space, for you are remembering who you truly are, and you know that you have it within you to make a great difference in your own life, the lives of those that you love, and the course of the world. This remembering is in alignment with the soul contracts you made before coming to this realm. If you find yourself worrying if you are making the right decisions, know that even if you aren't conscious of it, all that you have chosen so far is in accordance with your soul's evolutionary plan. And when you draw this gateway, you are opening up onto higher levels. Yeah, and that really summarizes it, because I think that's exactly what keeps coming up. The main message of this whole thing is that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Everything that's happening at this moment and maybe will be coming in, I do want to actually get a timing card I'm being drawn to get, so let me just grab that. But for some reason they want me to draw a time frame card. But just know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, whatever is happening. And for that group of you in like the twin flame, on the twin flame journey, there might be something happening here with your counterpart that is exactly what was supposed to happen. So even if we want to attach, you know, our ego to it, or whether it's disappointment or even positive things, there's just something that needs to be accepted as this is exactly what was supposed to happen. And there's a lot of rearranging of the soul contracts that are exiting, entering, cleansing, you know, reuniting in your life here. There's many things that will be revealed about that soon here. So let me grab the timing deck. Yeah, in the last few previous readings that I've done, there's been a lot of, I think, kind of connections to this. Like the Tower came out, the reading I just posted about somebody will reveal a truth, or some truth will be revealed. There's a lot of answers coming in, okay? And I think I was getting December for that reading too, so there could be something close to that time frame, but for some reason they want me to pull a time frame here. So what does the viewer need to know about a time frame? Okay, so we have in November, and we have worth waiting for. So could be something here in November. It does say also, don't try to rush the process. Some things need time to grow. When the time is right, it will happen. And then we have a few years from now. So this is just saying that there could be something happening in November, and then maybe in a few years, there's, you know, maybe this is setting the course for like the next sort of chapter or era of your life here. And I did see the card at the bottom here that said blocked for your highest good. And so that may not be for everyone, but for some of you, there's maybe a certain timeline that is either blocked or will be blocked for you. And this is the reason why, because of what we've kind of seen in the reading, because this is what was supposed to happen. Or at least right now, something might be blocked in order for you to access that trophy here. But yeah, I will leave it here. I hope that this could find whoever it was meant for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know if this, you know, applies with you. And don't forget to check out also our Patreon community. I do post exclusive pick a card readings every week over there, as well as predictive scrying readings every Monday, and you will have access to the library of pick a card readings that I've done over there, as well as extended readings access. So yeah, I will leave it here, and I will talk to you all next time. Take care and lots of love.